You just take a fucking knee.
Says up on Pornhub. Sorry for your weird masturbation session.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the show as Coop Tokes Up. How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the show.
Playoffs.
So playoffs. So this week we did a little show on Sunday. Week 17 was fantastic. It's probably one of the best week 17s we've had in a long fucking time.
Fuck
With
yeah.
all of the shit that happened.
Most touchdowns I think we've ever had in a season, I think.
That may be.
I have to look back, but I think it was definitely an historic season. I'm so glad that we have football this
year. Yes. I agree. So the playoffs are this week. So essentially, and Sarah's not here this week. She's not feeling well. So I don't know about all the coaching because I was going to rely on her for that. But
we covered most of them, right? There's mostly six main teams that need a head coach.
Okay, so Jacksonville, they fired Doug Marrone, did they not?
Okay, well. Why don't we go back to the first teams, like the first three teams in the beginning of the season? First of all, the Atlanta Falcons, they fired Dan Quinn, so they're looking for new people, right?
Correct.
Where do you guys feel that Atlanta needs to fill that position? Because I don't know what's going on with Atlanta. If Matt Ryan's going to stick around or not. What's going on with him?
Matt Ryan just signed a deal not too long ago. He ain't
really?
Going anywhere. He ain't going anywhere.
Oh, okay. Why? Okay, well, here, I've been looking at NFL.com, and they're requesting, like, all these things, what the teams need for their drafts coming up. Mm-hmm. And they're saying, like, quarterback and that.
Okay, so there's nothing wrong with getting a quarterback for the future, yeah.
Okay, so that's what you think Atlanta needs? Is they need to start building towards the future?
They don't need a quarterback. That's like saying Green Bay needs a quarterback.
Exactly. You don't need Love.
No, we don't.
For Love, you don't need him.
We honestly did, and I still stand to this day. Don't agree with what the pick Green Bay made because they could have taken Patrick Queen. Why they did not, I do not know, and I'm not going to dispute it.
Where is he?
So that was the guy that I was hoping that they would take was Patrick Queen, but they passed on him, which blew my fucking mind because why not? Why not? He's the answer. He is what Green Bay essentially needs. But we take a quarterback in the first round. Atlanta needs a quarterback, but not a guy that's going to start, not a first rounder. Trust me, there are plenty of quarterbacks in college right now.
Atlanta needs to fix way more than the quarterback.
They need defense more than they need offense. That's all I'm going to say.
Pass rush is probably what they need.
No, they need linebackers.
Okay, so what? Like just linebackers, edge rush? No, edge rush is defensive.
I'm telling you what, they're probably going to take the kid from Penn State. If he's there.
Because what? They got the fourth pick?
I think they're the third or fourth pick.
Yeah, I think they got the fourth pick overall because the Miami Dolphins have the third.
Well, they have to get a coach first because Raheem Morris isn't the fucking answer.
You don't, Raheem, what?
I like Raheem Morris as a coordinator, but he's not a head coach. Or is it Raheem Morris that took over? Where's your pappy? It's over there somewhere, I think. I seen it. Next to my chair somewhere, I think.
I'll pull up the list of all the.
Yeah, because we were just going to talk about coaching staff or coaching changes, and then we were going to talk about we're going to talk playoffs. We're going to talk about we're going to pick the games. We'll get into the playoffs here in a minute. I gave my top 5, but if you want me to give it again, I'll give it again.
Well, Can I ask Bob a question? Because I want to get
Yeah,
Bob involved.
I would love for you to ask Bobbin a question.
Bob.
Sure. Yeah.
So let's talk about Carolina Panthers. What's going on with your team? All right, going into the offseason, what are your expectations? Because Carolina has a lot to fix.
I agree. First of all, they need to get a new GM in there because we fired ours during the season.
But why do you need a new GM?
And
why do you need a new GM?
Well, you can't leave the
because they fired.
You'd be terrible.
Go ahead.
Because they fired the GM during the season.
Okay, so they're gonna hire.
So, there's many things that's going on with Carolina because I think GM they got rid of him in what, mid-season or something like that.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, okay. Teddy Bridgewater got benched, I think, for the last part of the game. So what goes on with the quarterback position as well for Carolina?
Are you saying that they need
I
a
think
quarterback?
they're gonna. Go ahead, GP.
No, I'm asking. I'm asking. Do you think they need a quarterback?
Oh, okay. Yeah, no.
Why is that even a
Because
thought?
they have Will.
They don't need a quarterback.
They have Will Greer there.
Teddy
Will
Bridgewater
Greer,
isn't
who's
the
that?
problem. Or you don't know who Will Greer is.
No,
You need to start paying attention to college football, Coop.
That's right, but I'm Canadian.
Okay, here's the thing. Will Greer.
You have a fucking Canadian football player that was playing for San Francisco.
Okay, listen. Will Greer didn't pan out to be, but he was preseason first team All-American. He was in the running for Davey O'Brien Award. He was in the running for the Heisman Trophy. He came from the University of West Virginia.
Heisman Trophy.
He's a good guy. He's a great quarterback. He's got an arm. He's mature.
Okay.
I think, honestly, the least of Carolina's problems is quarterback.
Yeah.
So do you think it was a good decision for them to bench Teddy Bridgewater for the last part, or?
I don't see that guy that they've got, the shitbird that they had do as a backup, is really going to do any better. Teddy Bridgewater.
Yeah, but
the only reason that they had him in there is because Will Greer is hurt, or he opted out for the year because of COVID.
Oh, I didn't know that.
But I think the reason why they benched Bridgewater for that last part is where our season was done anyway. So they just wanted, to not get him injured for next year.
They did invest a lot of money in him. 3 years, $63 million.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Bobby.
Because think about it, if your season's over, why keep your star quarterback out there?
I agree. I thought for them benching, I thought they were trying to send a message to him that he's not the answer.
I don't think it's okay. And we'll get into that because the Giants fans need to shut the fuck up. That's all I'm going to fucking say. We'll get to that point, though. You fucking morons. Y'all are a bunch of fucking idiots. If you're a Giants fan, you're a fucking idiot.
Well, I'm sorry, but in my opinion, I think Doug Peterson was an idiot.
No, he's not. How is he an idiot? Don't want to go there? Let's go there.
Come on, Jalen Hurts, you got nothing to lose.
He went 7 for 20 for 72. Hold on.
2 rushing touchdowns. Right?
I don't care. He went 7 for 20 for 72 yards and threw a pick. I would have benched his fucking ass too.
I know.
He's not. I don't give a fuck if he would have scored 4 rushing fucking touchdowns. If you can't complete a pass, you don't need to be my fucking quarterback.
Even Giants players are pissed off.
I don't care.
Oh my god! But I gotta say, man, that Nate Sudfeld, they said that Doug Peterson's excuse is Sudfeld's been on the team for what, 4 years?
4 years.
He's working hard as backup for many years. Give him at least a quarter. Give him some time on the field, and he fucks up so.
Well,
bad.
Jalen Hurts was no better. Jalen Hurts was no better, right?
I'm sorry, he was terrible. Sudfeld was worse.
They both okay, cool, but they both were terrible. They were both terrible. I think leaving Jalen Hurts in there made it worse. Would have made it worse.
I don't know, man.
I do know.
When you put Sudfeld in there, it's like, wow. It's like, that was.
But that doesn't.
It was
okay,
so bad.
so you put Sudfeld in there. Does that really mean that he was tanking the season? No. No.
I understand that the coach's decision to give him time because he's been on the team and give him time to see what he has for stock value, right? That's what I feel like he's trying to do.
What's wrong with that?
He was invest worthy.
Okay, so I'm going to ask this. What if he would have come in there and they would have come back and won? Then what? You still think it would have been a bad move?
I think that if he would have won, if Philadelphia would have won, if Sudfeld would have done a lot better than he did, then his stock would have rise. He wouldn't.
How about
they had
this?
To lose. They had,
how about this? How about this? Wanting one-handed shit in the other.
Well, I mean, that's where backup QBs come from. Shit.
Wanting one hand, shit in the other. I'm just saying. Look, he took a chance, and I would have done the same thing. I think what Joe Judge did, he should be fined, and I would have fired his ass.
You mean fine?
You don't come on there and speculate and say, well, you should have won more fucking games, you dumb shit. How about that?
Yeah, I will say, like, why are the Giants complaining when they're 6 wins?
Out of here. Get the fuck out of here with your whiny ass bitch cunt shit.
I will
the
say
fucking
that.
The fucking players complaining. Well, you should have caught more passes, Darius Slayton. You fucking whiny little bitch.
I will say that the tweet from Eli Manning saying this is why we hate the Giants is
this is why we hate the Giants. Mr. Throw 20 picks in one season.
That just sparks,
Get the fuck out of here.
Next year. So there's gonna be hopefully some more ticket sales next year.
Giants are gonna be shit next year anyway, so it doesn't fucking matter.
The whole NFC was shit this year, anyways.
Well, the NFC East.
A 7-9 team made the playoffs, so.
I'm sorry. Fucking ridiculous, man. You know what? Fuck the Giants because they're a bunch of whiny cunts because, well, they're from the city. Think about it for a minute. They don't get their way, they fucking whine and cry. It's ridiculous, man. It's ridiculous. Oh, we went 6-10 this year, and it's all the Eagles' fault. What the fuck are you talking about? You should have won more games. How many times did you lose to the fucking Redskins this year?
NFC East.
How many? If you would have beaten the fucking Redskins twice this year, maybe, just maybe, you might have won the fucking division with a fucking tiebreaker. But you didn't. Maybe if you wouldn't have lost to the Eagles once, maybe, just maybe, you might have won the fucking division. Don't cry that you lost the division because the Eagles didn't fucking finish the game. They did. They played all 60 minutes. And here's another reason why I'm not going to shit on Doug Peterson for doing what he did. He kept the rest of his guys out there. If he was going to tank the fucking season, he would have benched everybody. That's tanking the season. Don't tell me a coach is tanking the season by pulling a quarterback that went 7 for 20 for 72 yards. He's an NFL quarterback.
So basically you're saying Jalen Hurts, his career is done.
I'm not saying that.
That's what you're implying, I think.
No. I'm not saying that. Just in that moment, he wasn't playing very good. There's nothing.
An NFL moment is so precious that every time you're on the field, it could be your last, right? Jalen Hurts, he might But what preseason? He might. That's it.
My kid's over here faking coughing.
Oh, okay. as long as everything's okay.
No, she's fine. Knock it off. Anyway. Now what were you? I'm trying to talk over this shit over here. What you're saying is you think that I think that Jalen Hurts isn't very good right now. He wasn't very good that night.
My mind is every snap you're on an NFL field could be your last. That's my thought process. And Jalen Hurts has been he went on the field for that moment and he wasn't good enough. And the coach benched him because he wasn't good enough.
Okay.
So that means in my opinion, he's never going to be a starter quarterback.
Okay. So how many times did Sam Darnold get benched this year? Twice?
Yes. Probably.
Did he not finish the year?
Yeah, he finished the year. I can't remember how many times.
It's in that moment he wasn't playing very well. So Doug Peterson's like, well, I got to try something. I have got to get. He tried winning that. They had a chance to win that game, even with as bad as both of those quarterbacks played. They still had a chance to win that game. That doesn't mean that he's given up on Jalen Hurts. Because you already got one quarterback that's like, well, fuck you, you douche canoe. You give me 4 years, $114 million, and just because I don't fucking work out 1 year.
Let's just imagine we're in Jalen Hurts' position, where you're on the bench for the entire season. You're given the last game to showcase yourself. Mm-hmm. You go 7 for 20. Mm-hmm. Apparently, to your coach, it's not good enough.
33% passing is not good enough.
Yeah, but
come on.
You have nothing to lose for. You have nothing to lose for, okay? Mm-hmm. And instead, your coach decides you're not good enough.
In that moment. Right now, you're not good enough. I'm going to try this guy. I've seen it happen, and it's worked.
And that is a devastating blow.
Well, it's how Jalen. Here's the thing, though. It's how Jalen Hurts.
To lose.
It's all up to Jalen Hurts and how he responds to being benched. Okay?
Exactly.
It's not up. It's not. If he lets that define who he is, then he don't deserve to be in the fucking NFL. He don't deserve to play another down, right?
So he's never going to be a starter quarterback now because of that. I'm not saying that. That's why I'm just trying to get you through the emotions of what he was probably going through.
I get it. I get it. But it's how here's the thing that people are missing. It's how that player this is the NFL. This isn't some fucking, and I'm not picking on the Canadian Football League. This isn't the fucking CFL, okay? You don't get 110 fucking yards to score a touchdown. You don't get whatever their fucking rules. I don't even know what the fucking rules of the CFL are anymore. Right?
I'll let you just keep ranting, man, if you don't know.
Here's the thing. This NFL, these are the collection of, I will put I'd take Jalen Hurts and put him on my team. I think he's got the position. He has the ability. Yes, he had a bad day, but that doesn't mean that he's not going to make a difference. It's how he responds to what happened. If he comes out next year and does gangbusters, great. But if he comes out and doesn't do what he does or doesn't respond, that's on him. That's not on Doug Peterson. That's not on me. That's not on you. That's not on Bobbitt. It's definitely not on Coffee Butt over here. And it's not on Heather. That's on Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts is the one that needs to respond. If we
I will.
don't, hey,
I will say
I'm not
this:
an
that
Eagles fan. I
Doug
hope the
Peterson's
fucker
plan.
fails like a motherfucker because I think Green Bay plays them next year. So that's all I'm gonna say.
Apparently, Doug Peterson's plan going into this week was to play
He
Sudfeld all
said
along.
that in a press conference before the game even fucking started. And as
Yep.
soon as he did it, the fucking Giants fans start whining and crying. Oh, they just don't like us.
Yep.
The fuck is that?
So I will say that that
Okay,
was part of the game.
so why would Philadelphia not want to beat Washington? What the fuck? That makes no sense to me. It's a rivalry game. You don't want to lose to the teams that are in your division ever.
You never want to lose anyway. In a
Right.
football game, you always want to compete. You always have something to fight for. If you're a player in the NFL, you always have something to fight for every down, every time you're on the field.
Yes. I just want people to understand it isn't. Stop blaming this. The reason the Giants didn't make the playoffs is not the Eagles' fault. It was the Giants' fault. Joe Judge needs to.
Yeah.
I even tweeted that motherfucker. Let me.
I
If I
will
can
agree
find
that the
my
Giants
phone,
fans are being
I would
mindless.
read you the tweet that I fucking sent him.
They should not even be complaining.
No, they should have won more games.
For them not going in with a 6-10 record, it's just. I'm sorry, but
Let me see if I can find that tweet because this is. I mean, it just him, and it was that response to that fucking video he put out in his little press conference about how the Giants fucked his team over. Get the fuck out of here, you fucking whiny little cunt.
Bobbit, do you want to talk any more NFL news about head coaches?
Yeah, you guys go ahead and talk.
I know so I know with you guys, Chargers apparently they're looking for a head coach now, right?
They fired but they see when they didn't fire him because he didn't do a good enough job.
4 seasons. He actually last 4 games he won.
He's competitive. Let's put it this way: the Chargers were competitive.
Yep. And I think that's the problem with the Chargers every year. It's just injuries. Every year with the Chargers. It doesn't matter where they are, Los Angeles, San Diego, injuries. Every year with them.
Mm-hmm.
But with I think they're looking for a new head coach. I'm not sure who's. I don't know. Like I'm not sure with some of the new names that are coming in. Some of them are college guys. I know with Jacksonville. Wait, Bobbit. Bobbit. You wanted the floor for this one, right? In Jacksonville?
Yeah, you wanted to talk about this, Bobbit. Where you at? God damn it. Bobbit!
I don't know where he went. Either way, I'll let you guys deal with that because those are college teams. So
Well, it's not even a college team. It's a guy that coached in college that and I don't even know what the fuck he wanted to rant about. So I need fucking Bobbit to unfucking mute so that I can get his insight onto what the fuck he wanted to talk about.
Bobbit. I know with the Jets, they've looked for a couple positions. They've talked to the offensive coordinator for the Buffalo Bills, I think, as far as I know. They want to talk to the Colts defensive coordinator, which would be a terrible pick, in my opinion. I think they are also trying to talk to the offensive coordinator for the Kansas City Chiefs. I can't pronounce his last name. It was like You guys were saying it the other day on Sunday, but I can't pronounce it. It's like I don't know, Monday or something. I can't remember.
Right. I don't know. Go ahead.
Other than that, I'm not sure who else is in line for the Jets position. For the other teams, is Bob there yet?
No.
Uh-oh. All right. Well, what are the teams? Because I know there's another team.
Well,
There was the Chargers, the Jets, Panthers looking for a new GM. There's 6 teams that were looking for new head coaches.
mm-hmm.
Lions. I'm not sure who's in position for them. What do you think would fit the Lions?
I think I have tweeted this out numerous times to Lions fans. I have said this numerous times, and I even said this on fucking Sunday. You already have him there. But apparently you have to have these interviews, and you have to interview every person of color before you have to interview. And this is, I swear to God, this is the NFL. You have to interview a candidate that is not white.
Yeah, that's that.
I think that is the dumbest fucking thing. You have Darrell Bevel sitting right fucking there, who's probably been one of the best coaches. Pete Carroll, yes, is a great coach, but he is the reason why that Seattle offense is so fucking dynamic.
I wouldn't be surprised if Anthony Lynn.
No, they'll hire. If they're smart, they'll do their little interview process, but they'll hire them.
I think Bob is back. So
finally, go ahead, Bobbit.
Sorry. What did you want me to go on the rant now?
Yeah, well, the floor is all yours because I know the floor is all yours.
So I know what you're gonna rant about, and before you go ranting, why does that bother you so much?
Because Urban Meyer hasn't been a coach since 2018.
Okay.
And it bothers me. Oh, go ahead, JP.
No, go ahead.
Okay. But the reason why it bothers me so much is college football and NFL is 2 completely different things.
Can I tell you something now? And I'm going to call bullshit on this.
Pete Carroll.
Yeah, well, that and you have the coach in Carolina who coached at Baylor the year before, and he didn't do too bad, right?
True. I completely forgot about that.
So why do you have a problem with Urban Meyer? Go ahead, though.
I don't know.
It sounds like
I don't know. It just.
Are you worried about the system going into the NFL there, Bobby?
Yeah.
You're worried about the system.
Yeah, I mean, like college systems, sometimes they've said for years that wouldn't work in NFL, right? So.
Oh, really? Well.
Yeah, that's what I mean. and it's like
if there is any system that will work in the NFL, it's Urban Meyer's. Look at what Green Bay does, and then look at what Ohio State does. Kind of the same thing.
True.
You know, next year I'm gonna get myself some college football channels. I don't know how. I'm in Canada, man. I don't know how to get. I got the NFL Network, but I can't get college. So.
All right. So head coach Mike Judge or Joe Judge, excuse me. I want to go back to this real quick.
Mike Judge.
Joe Judge. I found the tweet.
Some butthead as quarterback and running back.
I think I found the tweet. Just give me a second. lot of tweets after mine.
They're
So
they're actually
essentially, what I tweeted was, um, and I can't. I'm gonna paraphrase. What Joe Judge did was kind of petty,
okay.
in my opinion. You're
He
blaming essentially, and this is essentially, you're blaming another team for your shortfalls.
yeah. No,
Why
what?
don't you take responsibility for going 6-10 and not blame the Philadelphia Eagles and Doug Peterson for benching a guy that went 7 for 20 for 72 yards, was having a bad day? Because I'm telling you right now, if Aaron Rodgers went 7 for 20 and threw a couple of picks or threw a pick, he would have been benched. He might very well have been benched.
Well,
I'm just saying.
I don't know about my finish of ever bench Aaron Rodgers, but
No, but I'm just saying, if I was coaching, I would have said, Aaron, dude, you're 7 for 20 for 72 yards. Today is not your day. Very next week, we'll get right back at it. You are my quarterback, but I'm not going to fucking let this team fall behind any further. I cannot play you. I will put this guy in and keep you healthy and move forward. Let's see
I
if
will
this guy
say,
can get us a win.
do they have like certain clauses that they have to fulfill in their contracts every year?
Not when it comes to it.
Well, I'm
Because
just
if
saying
that,
that
if
just
that's,
like
if
the only
that,
reason why they wouldn't bench him like that is because of clauses, probably.
if that is the case, then why do they even have coaches? Why are coaches getting fired if they have clauses in their contract that says, well, you can't bench this player because it's in his contract? Why do you even have a head coach, and why is he getting fired for things? There should not be a clause in anyone's contract that says we cannot bench you, because that is just the dumbest thing. Even having a thought of that is boggles my fucking mind.
I don't know how contracts work, if they like can take it back to a friggin' lawyer or something like that, if they just can't. They're
It's you can't. They can't. There's no way. There's no way that they have something in their
either
contract.
way, I know that players have stuff that they have to fulfill that they get bonuses, right?
Well, if they're playing like shit,
yeah. Well, I'm just saying
right.
that they have bonuses.
That's on them. That's an incentive.
Yeah.
That's an incentive. That's not. Well, you're going to get it because you played. If you're playing like shit, you're not getting that incentive because you're playing like shit. I'm not going to have you fucking driving my team into the ground because you think you deserve that incentive for having 700 snaps in a fucking year. If you're playing like ass, you ain't getting 700 snaps. Bottom fucking line.
Anger quarterback.
I mean, that I can't.
If I be a quarterback being benched, I'd be angry for that.
Well, of course. Well, then that should be incentive enough for you to get fucking back at the grind. Yeah. That's all I'm saying.
Me going to the Salvation Army.
Right. But okay, Bob, go ahead. Sorry, I took up your time and I kind of shit on what you wanted to say, but go ahead. Tell me why you think Urban Meyer is gonna suck as a coach.
That was pretty much all I had to say about that.
Okay. Well, you said you wanted to go the fuck off on Urban Meyer. I think Urban Meyer is a pretty goddamn good coach. I don't like he's a shady fucker. He's a shady fucker when it comes to college, but this is the NFL. You can't recruit players. You can't. I mean, once they become free agents, you can say, well, we're going to do this for you and this for you and this for you. But then they have to put that in that contract, like Coop is saying, and that's an incentive that they can give them. They can't just say, we're going to give you this because that's how we do things. No. He has to hit. That's totally different animal. College football, you can't recruit players. I want to recruit Trevor Lawrence. Fuck the draft. You can't do that. That's all I'm saying. But go ahead, Bobby.
I'm really surprised that the coach from Alabama hasn't jumped over to the NFL yet.
Are you talking about Nick Saban?
Nick
Yeah.
Saban, I heard,
He's
is
already done it.
uh,
He coached the Miami Dolphins and was complete shit.
so apparently Nick Saban is trying to
Oh
recruit
wow.
Adam Gase as a
Yeah.
as a
Well, do you not think Adam Gase is enough? I think Adam Gase is a great offensive mind.
Yep, that's where he came from, right?
Yeah,
He's
he's an
offen-
offensive. He's an offensive coordinator. He was an offensive coordinator in Miami, I think.
Oh, and Bill O'Brien
Hey,
apparently.
Bill O'Brien is a great offensive mind, just not a very good head coach.
Not a good GM.
Nope,
Trading away
nope,
your
nope.
best player. Oh, nope, that's not your finest day.
So, Nick Saban doesn't ever want to leave college. He loves coaching college football. I think he likes teaching kids how to play the game. I think that's what he doesn't want a bunch of millionaires thinking that they already know how to fucking play the game, that they don't need to be taught anything. And I think that's why he wanted to get the fuck out of Miami, because that's essentially, and you look at Miami back then, they were just complete disarray and trash. When he got there, he wanted to run things his way, but then these millionaires with these incentives, Nick Saban's all about what works for me. How am I going to get my team to the championship? That's Nick Saban. That's what it's about. And he's more of a college guy anyway because he can recruit the fuck out of kids. Why? That's why he has one of the. My dad complains about it, but that's why he has one of the best programs in the history of college football.
Alabama?
Yeah.
Okay. I wish I could have seen because, well, I don't really need to watch if they win every year.
But it's you can't not just you can't just sit you can't not sit there in awe of they're ranked number 1 or number 2 every fucking year. And
Well, I
for very
watched.
good reason. But it's for good reason though. The guy can motivate his players. He is one of those guys, and I think he's a shady fucker too when it comes to recruiting. But you have to remember, he's recruiting 17 and 16, 17, 18-year-old kids.
Huh?
He's not bringing Aaron Rodgers in as a free agent to play for Alabama. He's bringing kids out of high school and developing these kids to play football.
Every year.
Every year. That's why Alabama is always where they are. It's not because he's being shady. He's just that fucking good of a coach. He's like Bill Belichick.
Nick Saban's the Bill Belichick.
He's the Bill Belichick of college football. I think he could probably get 100 walk-ons to play for him, and they would run through a fucking wall for him to win a national championship, because that is the kind of coach he is. I guarantee it. And they might only go 6-6, but he'll get more than what a normal walk-on would get out of.
Sure, it'd be really fun if, like, somehow they involved Canada, universities involved with American football. And
Boy, you are reaching.
Maybe, who knows? Maybe my dad could have been in the NFL.
Could have been. Now there is some players that come from Canada. There's a couple of players. There's a guy from Manitoba University. He plays NFL.
I'm gonna ask my dad. I think he got called up to join, like, maybe a tryout for a team.
No, he was drafted. I think he was drafted. I'd have to look.
What, my father?
No. I'm talking about the guy that plays in the NFL today.
Oh.
I know your dad. I heard maybe he did, but who knows?
Oh, well, I'm gonna ask him if he, because I know my father. He apparently told me that he got called up about doing, like, a tryout for teams and like that. He rejected it because of family reasons. So
Sometimes that happens.
Yeah, that happens with careers people with football. So
I mean, I'm not gonna look. Nick Saban is where he's at, and Nick Saban and Alabama is where they are, not because everybody thinks that they cheat, because I'm gonna tell you right now, they all fucking cheat. All of them do. I don't give a fuck who you are. If you can't sit here and tell me that Wisconsin doesn't want a 5-star, the best player in college football, and they will offer, I'm pretty sure they send out fucking, because when you receive letters from colleges,
I heard a new nickname about your Wisconsin guys. You're not cheeseheads. Apparently, you're cheese curds.
and we make good cheese curds. I don't understand.
They are pretty good.
So, all right. So that being said, what other jobs are out there? The Jacksonville Jaguars, and that's who Urban Meyer. They're looking. They want Urban Meyer. I don't know if Urban Meyer would. I don't know if Urban Meyer would take that job, to be honest. But he wants 12 million. He wants $12 million a year, and I don't fucking blame him because my God, there is a lot of fucking work to do in fucking Jacksonville. If they can afford to pay the wrestlers top dollar, they can afford to pay some of these fucking players top dollar. There are some players on that team that deserve to be paid. Two of them are gone and said, "Fuck you! I would rather play on a team where, yeah, I'm gonna get paid, but I'm gonna play my heart out."
Yeah, I heard Urban Meyer had health issues.
He does.
Okay, so that's I think a big issue is if he accepts the job, if he's going to stay healthy enough to keep
that. And trust me, it's a very strenuous job. I've never done it, and I don't ever want to do it.
So
what other coaching jobs are out there?
What the Houston Texans? My God, who can host that team? Like you got Deshaun Watson.
That's probably one of the hot jobs I would take.
Houston Texans.
If I was a top coach, I would be wanting to coach that team.
After watching,
and here's the reason why. Here's the reason why. There's one guy on that team that I would want to give I would let this guy essentially fucking go off on everybody in that fucking locker room, and that is JJ Watt.
Yeah,
I want 53 JJ Watts on my fucking team. I would love to have. And they may not be as talented as everybody else, even though J.J. Watt, I watched him in high school and college, and very talented, very talented. Probably the best college football player to come out of the state of Wisconsin ever.
All brothers play their heart out, man.
I'm telling you right now, if I'm J.J. Watt, guess where I'm going? Going to Pittsburgh. Could you imagine TJ Watt and JJ Watt on the same defense?
TJ Watt, 15 sacks this season.
Now, can you imagine?
Leading in NFL, man.
Now, imagine this: a healthy JJ Watt on the same side as TJ Watt every down. Who you blocking? Who you blocking? You sure as the fuck ain't blocking. He ain't gonna double team both of them. Somebody's getting to the quarterback.
Would that be good, or would that take away the stats of one guy?
World beater. I can tell you right now, it would make Pittsburgh better than what they are now.
Okay.
Think about it. JJ Watt will play his heart. JJ Watt isn't about fucking stats. Neither is TJ.
They're all about the game.
And I've watched these kids.
Sacks.
These guys do not care. All they want to do is win. They want to give the fans what they want. They know what they are there for. They're there to make sure that their team is at the utmost ability and going 100%. JJ Watt would play hurt. He's still playing hurt, but he's giving 110%.
You can talk about that video that you posted.
There's two of them.
Yeah.
He's walking off the field with Deshaun Watson and saying it's my fault. I am sorry that this happened to you. I'm sorry we wasted 1 year of your career. JJ Watt knows.
Amazing. Leadership.
Oh, by the way.
That right there tells me everything that I want to know about that guy. And I've been saying it for fucking 10 fucking years. This guy is everything. It doesn't matter if he's hurt. They wouldn't let him play because they invested too much money in him. JJ Watt has said, I wouldn't have taken that money if I would have known they were going to fucking bench me. I would have told them that I wasn't hurt if I knew they were going to fucking bench me. I could have played through these injuries, but they're so much worried about the investment part of it, they didn't want to fucking ruin me. Well, they ruined me by not playing me. They're making this team look bad by not playing me. JJ Watt not playing hurts this team. Go ahead, Bob.
Apparently, at the end of the Eagles game, way after the game ended,
Yes.
Zach Ertz, Carson Wentz, and Doug Peterson were spotted talking to each other. So the feeling is that Zach Ertz may not be in Philly anymore.
Yeah, I've heard Zach Ertz is not going to be there next.
No, I didn't.
Do what, Heather?
No, I think Zach Ertz is done in Philly.
Oh.
They aren't getting rid of Carson Wentz. Nobody's going to. The Carson Wentz to Colts talk, it's not happening, people. The Eagles can't afford to get rid of him. They cannot. Because it would be too much of a cap hit for them. Who is Indianapolis going to give up to get Carson Wentz? No, they do, but they won't give it up. They won't give it up. That's why the Carson Wentz.
2 first-round picks. Colts. 2
I
first-round picks.
I don't even think it's picks. I don't think it's draft picks. I'm talking about players. Carson Wentz is worth a second and third round pick and a player.
Damn.
And Indianapolis won't give it up. So why even have that discussion?
Because who knows with Philip Rivers?
Why would you trade Philip Rivers for fucking Carson Wentz is way better than
This is Philip Rivers last year, apparently.
But he's a free agent.
But that means Indianapolis is nobody except for Jacoby Brissett. That's not the answer.
That's on Indianapolis.
Yeah, so I feel that they're going to go QB this offseason, or they might try and trade.
I don't know.
Which, what, are we doing a live stream for the draft this year? Or?
We will. I usually do.
Yeah, all right.
So, is there anything else newsworthy in the NFL besides what we've already discussed? No.
Did we miss any of the teams, or?
No. So let's talk about the top 32 teams. I already gave my top 5. Let's talk about the 32 teams in the NFL and where they're ranked. I already gave my top 5. So number 32, Jacksonville. Number 31, Bobbitt.
Yeah.
You don't need to go on a 2-mile run. Number 31, Detroit. This is, yeah. Number 30, the Jets. Number 29, Cincinnati. Number 28, Houston. Number 27, Denver. Number 26, New England.
Oh, Denver. That was the other team that was missing a general manager, right?
Well, John Elway gave up trying to be a GM.
Yeah. Well, he brought the Peyton Man with the Super Bowl. I gotta give him credit for that.
I'm not gonna. Well, okay, but he bought that Super Bowl.
They brought them a Super Bowl. Come on.
He bought that Super Bowl.
Carolina. That was a really fun Super Bowl in my opinion.
Yeah, don't make Bobbitt cry.
2 Super Bowl appearances, I think.
Number 26, New England. Number 25, New York Giants. Number 24, Philadelphia. For all of the whining and crying and bitching and pissing and moaning, the Philadelphia Eagles finished ahead of the New York Giants in the power rankings. That should tell you a lot about the fucking New York Giants, everybody. Number 23, Minnesota. Number 22, Carolina. Number 21, San Francisco. Number 20.
Just for a second, I want to flip those. If my opinion, just Carolina, I think was a weaker team over Minnesota, in my opinion.
No, I'm not disagreeing with you.
Yeah. Minnesota much more firepower than Carolina.
I got you. Number 20, Atlanta. Number 19, Las Vegas. Number 18, Dallas. Number 17, Washington. Number 16, Chargers. Number 15, Chicago. Number 14, Arizona. How in the literal fuck is Chicago behind Arizona? I want to talk about this Arizona thing.
I'm sorry. Why is Chicago that high up, in my opinion?
Because they made the playoffs.
I was about to say that I just don't like Chicago that high, in my opinion.
But who else are you going to put in there?
You know, in my opinion, skill-wise, offensive-wise, they have... Offensive skill-wise, Dallas has way more firepower than
okay.
Chicago. Not
Dallas.
Definitely not defensive.
Let's look at it. Chicago went 8-8. Dallas went what?
Dallas sucked.
Dallas went what?
Dallas choked a cock.
Oh. So Dallas should not be ahead of Chicago.
No, it's skill wise. I'm just saying that.
But this isn't. It's about performance.
Skill wise, Chicago too high in my opinion. With skill wise, Dallas. That's all.
Okay, so just because Dallas is skilled wise, they should be in the top 15.
They underperformed for fucking 2 years.
Then they shouldn't be. They should be. In fact,
they should be, but they're not. They benched both quarterbacks this year for Chicago, right? I'm just saying.
Let me tell you something about Chicago. Thank God that Green Bay didn't fucking... Because Dallas had me fucking worried. Or Chicago, I mean. They had me worried.
Coming back in that game, eh?
Yes. Yeah. They didn't play bad.
I don't trust that Chicago offense.
They're in the playoffs.
That Nagy, I don't know what you're doing over there on offense, but I do not like it.
Well, but here's the thing: they're in the playoffs.
Barely.
But cool.
They're in the playoffs.
They're in playoffs.
Barely. They got the back door.
Okay, there's no such thing as barely in the playoffs and being in the playoffs. They're two different things. They're in the playoffs.
I agree. Yes, I'm saying that the code word is they got the back door in.
Well, they took it in the back door and they played Green Bay. Number 15, Chicago. Number 14, Arizona. In fact, I think Arizona. I would even go so far as to say Washington should be 15. Washington should be 14. Chicago should be 15. Why Washington is outside of the top 15, I do not know. Go ahead, Bob.
I agree 100% with that.
Washington made the playoffs. The Rams, number 13. How in the fuck the Dolphins get destroyed by the Bills and move up one spot to 12?
No, what? What are these fucking people smoking over?
I don't know who does these things, but they're fucking high as fuck.
Watching mushrooms, watching the Dolphins, talking
The
to them.
Colts
They're
dropped
fucking talking to the Dolphins.
The Colts dropped 2 spots to number 11. The Titans dropped 2 spots to number 10. The Browns dropped 3 spots to number 9. They won. How in the fuck they dropped 3 spots? Buccaneers went up 4 spots to 8. They had the easiest game of the fucking day.
I don't agree with that one.
Steelers went up 4 spots to 7, which I can agree with because they won. Or did they win? No, they lost.
They lost, but why'd they go up?
I don't know. The Seahawks went up 1 spot to 6. Their top 5 are the Ravens, the Saints, the Packers, the Bills, and the Chiefs. And again, I'm going to say it right now. The Saints, the Ravens, the Bills, the Packers, and then the Chiefs. That's my top 5. And I think that's what I had as my top 5 last week. Then we already know Coop thinks the Bills are the greatest team in the fucking NFL.
I'm not sucking the Bills' dick.
Yeah, you are.
Who knows the size of that
Yeah,
thing?
you are. You're gobbling the cock of the fucking Bills. You know you are.
Heather, what's your top 5?
Yeah, she's smart.
Okay, well, that was great. Bobbit?
I think he had the same.
Yo, what's up?
Top 5, Bobby.
Oh, sorry, brain.
Yeah,
I've been having a massive brain fart all day today.
Well, unfart your brain. Let's go. Top 5.
Football.
Okay. Yeah, football.
Let's have it.
Number 5. Okay. Number 5. I say Steelers. Number 4, New Orleans. Number 3, Buffalo. Number 2, Chiefs. Number 1, Packers.
Okay. I'm not even going to have this discussion.
I agree with some of them there. Steelers number 1, I don't. Steelers, I first of all, I just have a personal vendetta against the Steelers as a Jets fan.
I think you'll be okay. God, is there anything else anybody wants to talk about? Any other fucking bullshit? We get to the.
Well, wait. Can I do my top 5? Or no? Is that bullshit?
No, go ahead.
Okay. Well, number 1, the Bills.
Why don't you instead of why don't you go number 5? We already know who your number 1 is.
Because my brain is too stupid to think from 5 to 1.
Stop smoking that shit. Go ahead.
I want to go from 1 to 5. I'll go Bills number 1, and then I'm gonna go Packers number 2, Chiefs number 3, because I'm still, like I've said, Chiefs barely have won the games compared to the other teams. Packers and Bills have been more dominant in the games, and that's why I'm not trusting the Kansas City Chiefs too much as their offense or their defense wise. But both sides, I don't trust them. So I'm going Chiefs number 3. 4, I'm going Ravens. I'm going Ravens. Okay. And then number 5, I'm going Saints.
Okay. I still.
Well,
So,
you can dispute if you want.
oh, you already. I. Bills are like number 10, Dan Rex says. Dan,
What? Bill,
have you even.
wait. Dan
Okay,
Rex?
okay, Dan Rex. Dan Rex. Having the Bills number 10 is way dumber than Coop having the Bills number 1. I'm sorry. What in the fuck are you smoking? The Bills are probably the best team in football right now besides Green Bay. Yes, that includes the Chiefs, and I said it Sunday. Just because I have the Chiefs number 1, or no, actually, I have the Chiefs number 2. The only reason that I do not have the Bills above the Chiefs is because the Chiefs beat the Bills pretty fucking handily during the regular season. Pretty handily. That being said, just because I have the Chiefs number above the Bills, don't mean that I think the Chiefs are better than the Bills right now. Because I don't. I'm telling you right now, if the Chiefs and the Bills were to play again, I don't think the Chiefs are winning. That's all I'm saying. So the Bills are not like number 10. If they
There's
aren't in your
also a
top
reason why I
3,
did really bad in picks this year.
if they aren't in your top 3, I would love to know what the fuck you are smoking. Because Coop is high as fuck and thinks the Bills are the best team in football. At least they're in his top 3. But number 10? That means that the AFC sucks dick.
Yeah.
The Bills are the number 2 seed in the AFC. So, no, they're not number 10. Number 10 is probably Tennessee. Don't get too high and mighty on your Chiefs there, buddy. Because I would be a little concerned if they didn't fucking play their starters this past week because they didn't look very good.
I'm
Fucking
going to
Sunday.
change one of my top
They
5s
got
there between
fucking
the
lit
Saints.
the fuck up by a mediocre Los Angeles Chargers football team. A mediocre. This just tells me that the Chiefs are not playing good football right now. Patrick Mahomes is not the best player in the NFL anymore.
There you
There,
go.
Bobby?
Yeah, Skype completely froze on me.
You'll be all right. Welcome back. All right, so let's get into the games. Let's look at the AFC playoffs first. Number 1 seed, Kansas City. They went 14-2. That team reminds me a lot of Green Bay when they went 15-1.
No.
Oh yeah. Here's
You
why I say
said
that.
this team has been smoke and mirrors on defense.
That's Coop. Let me finish.
All right.
Green Bay was terrible on defense in 2010, the year they went 15, or 2011, the year they went 15-1, year after they won the Super Bowl. Okay, Kansas City reminds me of Green Bay. They put up all of these offensive fucking numbers and score all these fucking points and fucking do, but their defense has been pretty mediocre. So yeah, that's why I'm saying. I'm not saying the Chiefs are good. The Chiefs are good, but they're about as good as what Green Bay was. Don't be surprised if they don't lose in the second round, because there's better teams out there. The AFC is a pretty good division, a pretty good conference. Number 2 is Buffalo. Number 3 is the Pittsburgh Steelers. Number 4 is the Tennessee Titans. Number 5 is Cleveland Browns. Number 6 is the Baltimore Ravens. Number 7, the Indianapolis Colts. That's the AFC. The NFC, number 1, Green Bay. Number 2 is New Orleans. Number 3 is Seattle. Number 4 is Washington. Number 5, Tampa Bay. Number 6, Los Angeles Rams. And number 7, Chicago Bears. So there's your 7 or 14 teams in the playoffs. Let's get to the games. Saturday's games. Oh, yeah.
Seeing a 7-9 team in the playoffs, so disappointing in my opinion. Everybody.
Who? Who? What?
I'm just seeing a 7-9 team in the playoffs. Oh, it's so sad.
It's not sad. I've seen it before. It's happened.
We've seen it. What the Seahawks beat the Marshawn Lynch. The earthquake mode. We can never forget that mode.
Well, there's teams even before that.
Beast mode. That's
hey, New York Giants went 8-8 and won the Super Bowl.
I know, but it's just so disappointing seeing that teams that don't win make the playoffs.
That just means the NFC East had shitty teams.
Yep, it did. We called it at the beginning of the year, though, didn't we?
It is what it is, man.
We called it.
There isn't nothing anybody can do about it. So, let me pull up the... All right. Again, I will rephrase this, and I don't want any questions about, hey, who won the regular season? This is an all-year thing. All the totals are throughout the whole year. This isn't just for the regular season. Okay? If there is anything that if I misled anybody, this whole thing goes through to the Super Bowl. Okay? So the season isn't over. You don't win your prize until the Super Bowl is over. Okay?
But today the season is over for the regular season.
For the regular season, but the picks, winning the awards, winning the sweatshirt and all that stuff, that happens at the end of the year, all the way to the Super Bowl. So start smart picking. Start picking smart if you want to win those prizes. Really think about and listen to what we have to say on this show, and you'll understand. Look, I'll show you right now.
Don't listen to me.
I went 15-1 last week. Nobody listens to me. I can tell you right now, if everybody would listen to me, everybody would have 182.5 points, just like me.
I bet you right now that's why they have a lot of points.
I mean, look at the discrepancy between me and Coop. Look at that.
Well, I took risks this year, and that fucked up.
So, in first place is Dan Rex at 168.5.
Nice, Dan.
Trek is right behind him at 167.5, and Rayshawn and Gina are tied at 163.5 in the chat. I went 15-1 last week, and the only one I got wrong, and I can't remember which one it was.
Jeez, you've been on a fucking roll this year.
I'm telling you, it's because I pay attention. What? I I got the Cowboys wrong this past week. The Giants won. The Giants won.
Jesus. If what? Wow, you were one perfect then.
Yeah. I didn't switch my pick. I picked the Cowboys from the start. I did change some picks though before the games even started because I just had a feeling the Browns were gonna fucking beat the Steelers. That happened. And I think that was my only change. Or did I change another game? I can't remember. But I ended up making a couple of changes, and that's why I went 15-1. And there's nothing wrong with making changes. You just have to let everybody know.
Yes.
I don't care. It's just you have to let everybody know before the end of the first quarter. Because if you don't, see, fucking Ryan even says, what did I say a few weeks ago? Take whatever JP picks. Ha ha ha. Just saying. You laugh. But
Next year, I'm coming back to reclaim my title.
Yeah, I'm sure you are. Yeah, well, you're tied with Heather.
Terrible this year. I've just been an anchor that keeps going more and more.
Right? All right. Oh yeah, that's right. Ryan, the Seahawks beat the Saints 10 years ago when they went 7-9. I remember that. I remember that game. That was the night. That was the night that Marshawn Lynch went nuts. Fucking turned into the fucking Marshawn. He ate them Skittles and he fucking ran over people.
He bursted his Skittles.
All right, first game of the night. This one I'm just gonna laugh at. The Colts at the Bills.
Huh? Mm-hmm. Do we have to?
Yeah, you do.
Get Bills.
I'm with you. I'm with you. You can't. Come on, man.
Bobbitt, you there?
Bobbitt.
Uh-oh.
Heather, who did you take?
I took the Bills. Bobbitt, pay the fucking transfer. Don't be part of the show.
We'll come back to Bobbitt. She's not feeling well, so
It's all right.
Rams at Seahawks. Oh, hold on. Bobbitt, you picking the Colts or the Bills?
Colts or the Bills. I'm choosing Bills.
Okay. Now, the Rams at the Seahawks.
I'm going Seahawks.
Okay. Cool.
Gotta go with my Seahawks. Even though I think this is gonna be a close game, but the reason why I'm going Seahawks is the undecisiveness with the quarterback position at the Rams. I'm not sure of who they're going in with, and the preparation I think is going to be more prepared on the Seahawks side. So that's why.
Heather, who'd you pick? I am not sold on the Seahawks.
Is Heather smoking a cigarette?
No, she's vaping.
A vape? She vapes?
I'm not sold on the Seahawks. I'm barely going with the Seahawks in this one because the Rams defense will keep them in it. They shut down, and I keep fucking saying it. Everybody's like, oh, fucking DeAndre Hopkins is going to fucking go off in this game. DeAndre Hopkins is going to do this to Jalen Ramsey. What did Jalen Ramsey do?
Shut him down.
Shut him the fuck down. You think he had 2 catches for 7 yards? Yeah.
He also
and he had pass and he was interfered with. He was interfered with on a play. He was interfered with on a play.
Yep, you saw that then.
What Jalen Ramsey does is he gets under your fucking skin.
Yep. That's what he does.
He frustrates the fuck out of you. And it just eats at you. and eats at you and eats at you until you fucking respond in a moment that is huge and you blow it. And that's exactly what happened to DeAndre Hopkins. He had an offensive pass interference call on him, and it cost his team a drive. That is why Jalen Ramsey is one of the best cornerbacks in the NFL. He gets away with it, but he's smart about it. Oh, I gotta yell. You change screens, Dan Rex. Bob it. Quit breathing so hard into the fucking microphone. All right. I went with the Seahawks. Everybody got their pick in?
Yep. Yeah.
All right. Next game. Tampa Bay Buccaneers at the Washington Redskins. These are Saturday's games now.
Bucks. Jeez. I don't even know why.
This is another one of those games where
you just don't like the Bucks.
No, it's not that. Tampa.
Come on.
Washington. I'm picking the Buccaneers. Calm your shit. I don't think they're going
Alex
Here's
apparently hurt as well.
Coop. Washington has a very good defense.
They're not healthy on offense.
I don't give a fuck about their offense. I'm not talking about their offense. I'm talking about their fucking defense.
I'm just saying, with the not healthy quarterback, you can't win, probably.
Los Angeles beat the Cardinals without their quarterback.
Yes, they did. You proved me wrong with that one. But I'm just saying, no, I don't trust.
Tampa Bay's defense is not that fucking good. Washington's defense will keep them in this game. Tampa Bay is not going to fucking.
Tom Brady.
I don't give a fuck if it's Aaron fucking Rodgers. Washington has that kind of defense where they're going to keep them in games. They're not going to win a lot, but they will keep you in games. You look at the fucking Redskins. Look at them beating the Eagles. Jalen Hurts was hot. Was he not? He looked pretty good the week before, yes? Looked pretty good, right? Look at what happened to him against the Redskins or whatever the fuck you want to call them. Washington's pretty fucking good on defense.
They managed the playoffs without a football name.
It's going to be a competitive game. It's probably going to be like 24-20 or 24-17. They aren't going to fucking blow them out. They aren't going to fucking blow them out.
Just am going with the Buccaneers just so
I
go against the Packers down the road.
I am picking the Buccaneers as well. I'm picking the Buccaneers as well. But don't think that for 1 minute Washington's just going to lay down and go to bed. Because that defense will not. They aren't going to fucking. Tampa Bay's not going to do what they did in the last two games. They're playing against two really weak teams, especially defensive teams. Sorry. I'm not sold on Tampa Bay at all. Yeah, I know Bobbitt's back. I can hear him breathing. Bobbitt, who's your pick? Buccaneers or Redskins?
I'm going to go Bucks, but Tom Brady has looked pretty bad this year, so I wouldn't be surprised if somehow Washington wins it.
Yeah. Thank God Tom Brady has. Mike Evans is hurt.
Yeah.
Everybody seems to forget that. Just saying, man. Don't be surprised if Washington keeps it close.
The Mike Evans thing I'm not worried about because Antonio Brown has been picking up the pace lately. I'm just saying here are the stats. He's had 48 catches, usually an average of 8 catches a game, in the 8 games he's been played.
That's 6
usually
games.
if he would have been playing 16 games, he would have at least 96 receptions this year. But he only played half a season.
Number one, 6 times 8 is 48, not 8 times 8.
Well, I don't know my math right now. I'm just saying that what I'm just remembering from what I remember off the website. I just remembered that he had 8 receptions. I think recently he's averaging 8 receptions a game.
Okay.
So, and then if apparently he was on lead, if he would have played a full season, he could have matched Devontae Adams.
No.
That's apparently what the stats were putting out.
Antonio Brown would not have had 118 catches.
You don't think so?
No. Come on, man. That means he would have. That means, okay, think about this. Think about this for a second, Coop. You have Mike Evans. Hold on. You have Mike Evans, Chris Godwin. Yeah. Plus, you have a running game. What, you're going to give everything to Antonio Brown?
Apparently, lately they've been picking up the pace. That's why.
Okay, that's fine. That's because Chris Godwin's been hurt, and so is Mike Evans.
And Ron Gronkowski sucks.
Well, Rob Gronkowski, whatever. But
he's in the block.
So for people to sit there, and I don't know who come up with these stats that was saying that he would have 118 catches this year if he would have played all 16 games. Well, 16 times 8 is 108 catches. 108 catches. That's if you would have had 8 catches a game at 16 games, that's 108 catches, right?
Mm-hmm.
No, yeah. No, that's 128 catches.
Oh, wow. I'm just nodding my head because I'm dumb.
No, I'm not saying you're dumb, but to say that you would take some of the passes to Mike Evans, who's your best wide receiver on the team, and you're gonna start throwing it at Antonio Brown all the time, that's just kind of fucking saying, that's kind of like a big fuck you to fucking Mike Evans and Chris Godwin, who have been there all year. That's pretty shitty for people to say that kind of thing. There's no way he may have had 4 catches a game. I could buy 80 catches. I ain't gonna buy 128. That's pretty close to breaking Michael Thomas's record from last year. It ain't happening. That ain't happening. Antonio Brown ain't that fucking good. Not that fucking
He used to be when he played for Pittsburgh. Though.
Yeah. Well, in fact, he led the league in receptions for a few years until he became woke.
So he's just because a few years have gone by, he's not that good anymore?
I don't think he's that good. Not anymore, no. He's decent, but I don't think he's that good. I don't think he is the form of 3 years ago, no. I think that's the problem.
That's the football form, though, like I said, every year it could be your last one. Or every minute could be your last on the field.
True. It's true. So everybody picked? All right. Sunday's games. Now keep in mind, both the Packers and the Chiefs have a bye, so these two teams will not be playing this week. Ravens playing the Titans. Who you got?
Jesus, this is a rematch. Heather, holy Jesus. You've been waiting for this one. Last year's, Titans beat the Ravens, right? So they're looking for payback. Oh, my God. Heather, can you leave this?
We got...
With how they've been fucking... With how the Ravens have been playing, I think they can do it.
Who you got, Heather? Okay. Coop?
I see this one. I don't know.
All right, I'm gonna point this out to you. Keep in mind, they barely won this past week. They had to do it on a last second fuckery, just like fucking week before with the Miami Dolphins and Raiders. Mm-hmm. And then you have what happened to them the week before against Green Bay. They're going up against a tougher defense.
If the Titans beat the Ravens again, they're going to be mortal enemies with you. 2 years in a row, knocking you guys out of the playoffs when you should have gone to the Super Bowl. I think, in my opinion. Man, I have to go with my pick. I got to go Ravens.
I cannot disagree with that because you're going to be shocked.
If Titans
Right now, that means the Ravens may play the Chiefs the very following week. Paybacks are a bitch. Just pointing that out. Bobbit, who do you got?
I'm going to go Baltimore.
Okay. Sounds good. Yeah. The next, you got everybody? Next game. Bears at the Saints.
Saints. Don't trust the Bills or the Bears at all. No offense. No my opinion.
I don't give a fuck about their offense. Don't care.
You just got what? Defense is going to score every point?
I don't trust New Orleans. It looked mediocre the last 2
Alvin
weeks.
Kamara apparently is coming back.
I don't give a shit if he's coming back. I don't care. Bobbit, who you got?
Way more talented than the Bears.
Who do you got, Bobbit? That's fine.
So, okay. I got the Saints.
Okay. Heather? I'm going with the Saints, but it's going to be closer than people think. It's another one of those games.
Anybody knows
it's just like
the Bears is definitely JP.
The Bears have a really good defense. I think Green Bay is honestly on another level right now than where the Saints are. Green Bay right now in all facets of the game are on a whole nother level above the Saints right now. The way they've been playing the last 3 weeks, has been probably the best I've seen Green Bay play in 10 years on all facets of the game. New Orleans has looked shaky at best. Thank God they have some semblance of a defense, or else they would have lost a few games along the way. Yeah. And the NFC South is another division where it's a lot of smoke and mirrors, in my opinion. Not going to sit here and say the Saints aren't a good football team because they are. But they come up against really good defenses. Their offense struggles big time. That's all. That's why I'm saying it's going to be. We'll see, because they struggled against the Rams. They struggled against Green Bay. Green Bay was destroying them, and then they got back in the game. And Green Bay's defense wasn't that great. So we'll see. You went with the Saints. Everybody picked. All right, a rematch of last week in the AFC North. The Browns at the Steelers. Ben Roethlisberger is back. I think they're pretty much at 100% now. Mason Rudolph, and I said it, Mason Rudolph damn near beat the fucking Browns. He had a pretty good game. He had 315 yards passing. Looked pretty good.
Bobby, you said Steelers?
Yeah.
Not even giving the Browns a chance, man.
No, they could barely beat the Steelers without some players in there for Pittsburgh. That
And I
says a
think
lot.
even with those players in, they would have had the same results because that's how much I don't depend on the Steelers. And that's why I'm going to go with the Browns to get their very first playoff victory in what? How many fucking years? I'm going to go with the Browns in this
Heather, Coop, you're on your own in this one.
one.
I think last week the Steelers,
If
the
it might take.
Steelers, the Steelers, if Mason Rudolph has a decent game against the Browns, imagine with Ben Roethlisberger in there, who the last couple of weeks has kind of woken up.
I'm just saying for the last second half of the season, the Steelers have not looked that impressive to me. And I think that's showing who that team is going into the playoffs. And I think the Browns have been much more stronger, except for the game against the Jets, obviously. And that's why I'm going to go with and the running game. I think they can wear the clock down if they take away time possession away from Pittsburgh. Browns running game, offensive line is very good, and they can win this game.
I'm gonna tell you this right now, Coop. The Steelers want you to play that kind of slow down game. That's what they want you to do. I don't think that's a smart thing to do. I think Baker Mayfield throwing the ball 53 times this next week or this Sunday would be the way to go.
You don't want them to run the ball, even though that's their
They still need to run the ball, but they shouldn't make it a focal point because that's what the Steelers want you to do. They're going to take away something.
Okay.
If Baker Mayfield is the guy that they think he is, he needs to show it. And this would be that week. He does have all of his receivers back.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Donovan Peoples-Jones got hurt. I don't know if he's playing. From what I heard, he hurt his leg. So we'll see.
Oh shit! Who's the guy? Olivier Vernon. Fuck! I totally forgot their defensive end tore his ACL. Oh, Olivier Vernon. He's out. He's not going to pass rush. Oh my god, that's going to be a factor.
They still have Myles
Be
Garrett.
a big factor for Browns now.
But Olivier Vernon isn't the focus of their defense. Myles Garrett is.
Oh well, Olivier. Well, he's not there, and he tore his ACL. So that's a big factor, though. So the pass rush. Oh man, fuck. That's going to be a really close game now. Well,
it was going to be a close game from the get because the Steelers don't run away from teams. The Steelers don't run away from teams. They never have. Unless the team is like really, really, really fucking bad, like the Bengals.
Oh man, 3 to 7 point game in my opinion. This game is going to be.
It's a pick 'em. It's a pick 'em. I'm going with the Steelers though. I think the Steelers have just enough to beat the Browns.
I think Ben Roethlisberger's what? I think he's in the record books right now, going into the playoffs or something like that.
I don't know.
I think I saw something about the record books about him going in there.
But they call this Super Wild Card Weekend because there's
an extra game.
Yeah, but it's going to be an interesting week. Then next week, every team plays, and then we have the divisional round, and then we have the championship games, and then the Super Bowl. I think that's what we have.
Yay, Super Bowl!
But I like how they're doing the playoffs, and I think that's the way that they have it now is the way it should be and keep being from now on. 17.
Wait, was that all the games?
Yeah, there's only 6.
Wow.
Just imagine last year there was only 4. That's all I'm saying. All right, anybody got anything else they want to add? Cool.
No, I think we covered a lot on Sunday, and
We did. We did.
I look forward to if you guys need me for anytime this weekend. So
We might. We'll see how the playoffs go. We'll see how the games go.
Saturday and Sunday I'll be available if you guys need me for live stream. So.
Okay. Is Josh Jacobs' career over due to what he did? Really? Come on,
No,
man.
apparently, yeah. Who knows?
He had a DUI. Name me a fucking football player that hasn't had a DUI where their career ended.
Kareem Hunt booted a girl in the face, and he's
one of the best running backs in the NFL. So you tell me.
So I'm just saying that.
His career isn't over. This fucking cancel culture bullshit. Shut the fuck up. His career's not over. Not even fucking close. He's a kid. He made a fucking mistake. Just gonna say that. Oh, John Elway. Yeah, look, John Elway not. He hasn't been the problem in Denver. It's not his fault.
Just the last 4 or 5 years have just been unfortunate.
Well,
Brock Osweiler.
they've had cap issues. They've had cap issues.
Well, Von Miller, yeah, obviously is taking up most of that cap.
And I think that's why they need to get somebody in. John Elway is about player personnel.
Apparently, did you read the text messages about Von Miller on the chat?
No.
Oh, Von Miller apparently is in trouble, so.
Okay. Yeah, he's not done. Anybody that thinks he's done is just fucking stupid. He got a DUI. He got arrested for drinking and driving. It's how he comes back from it. If he don't come back from it, if he wants to continue to drink and drive, then that's an issue. But I don't think it's an issue. If I know John Gruden.
It's what they call a misdemeanor. It's not a criminal thing.
Yeah. All right. So anything else? Who?
No, just I really look forward to the games this weekend.
Yeah,
and man, wow. The Hall of Fame. I think the finalists were announced in that. So, couple notable. Well, we'll probably talk about it later on, but yeah, I look forward to those. Whoever's going to make the finals for the Hall of Fame this year. So.
Right. Okay. No worries. Bobbit? Anything else? I think it's his internet. Bobbit!
Bobbit!
Right.
Yo!
You got anything else? Is there anything else you want to talk about?
I do not. I think it's going to be I think the playoffs is going to be good, and don't play with your penis in traffic.
On that note, I'm going to end it here. I want to thank everybody for being here. I don't even want to fucking talk about it because I think what's going on right now.
About what?
We talked about it before we got on this show.
What? Sorry, is it something that was brought up?
No. What is happening in our country today is complete and utter trash. Okay? All I'm gonna tell everybody right fucking now is you are gonna, if you are trying to bite my fucking tongue on this whole thing. But I'm telling you right fucking now. Those people that voted for these people, and if you just made a decision to make a decision because you didn't fucking like somebody, you don't know what the fuck you're doing. You aren't making an informed decision. You're making a decision on haste and hate. You're going to get your $2,000, and then you're going to get another $2,000, and then you're going to get another $2,000. And then there's not going to be any jobs to go to because our country is shut the fuck down, which is going to fucking happen. And then everybody's going to be sitting there like, well, why the fuck did this happen? Well, you wanted it, you got it. I hope that don't happen, but I'm pretty sure that our country is now just become the second coming of the Soviet Union. That's all I got to say on that. So with that being said, everybody have a good night and das Bandanya. That means Russian and goodbye.
Yes. 2022, baby.
You know how to speak Russian?
Hey, Bobby, have you done